Hello everyone. I'm Camila. I'm from the success team at VanHack. And today I have another special guest to share an inspiring story with you. Hello, Maria. Welcome to this success case story. So Maria is a backend engineer from Poland. She's gonna share us all about her story from the beginning until she got hired and started working for an amazing Canadian company in January this year. So Maria, can we get started? Perhaps you can introduce yourself and tell us where are you based at this moment and what are the plans for the future?
Okay, sure. So my name is Maria. I'm currently based in Wrocław, Poland. And I've been working as software backend engineer for 4 years, a bit more than 4 years now. And I started when I still was in university. I got an internship. And I was working in Poland whole time till this year when I started working for a Canadian company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's wonderful. So you said that you worked for your whole professional period in Poland, and what made you start? I mean, looking for an opportunity abroad, and how did your story with VanHack start? You know, when you were job searching.
So it's kind of silly, but I have a friend in Canada and we were just joking around and she was like, yeah, you should just move here so we can hang out together. And I just visited her before because to see Canada, and I was like, why not? I should research what is a way to move to Canada. And I found out that getting a work will be the easiest way to immigrate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I found VanHack.
Oh, that's awesome. So you already have friends there, and are they
Yeah.
living like in Toronto as well? Because I heard you are moving there.
No. She's living in Alberta, but it's still closer to Europe, right?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'm glad you already have some friends to share the stories and some tips when you relocate there, right? So yeah, thanks for sharing that. What a serendipity, right? And how do you think that so far this opportunity contributed to your personal and professional growth? So you started working for them remotely in January, so it's been 6 months already. How do you think it's helping you with your personal and professional growth?
Okay, so the first thing that comes to my mind is English, because I was working in Polish, and now we have truly international team. So sometimes you just have to speak English. I think I have a couple of team members that speak different languages, and I can speak Russian with them, for example. But still, most of the cases, we have lots of people from all over the globe in the team. So yeah, it was a great way to practice English and having a meetings in English and actually be presenting in English. Yep.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, developing the communication abilities, especially in a multicultural environment, like you said, might be a really nice experience. And so you said that you're developing your English now. And do you think that this was kind of a challenge for you when you were job searching? Or how was your confidence for job searching related to these communication abilities?
So I was quite confident in my English in not professional situations, but I never worked with English, and like English is 18 popular, so I knew like all the technical terms and stuff like that, but I still was a bit shy when having to speak about professional stuff or present myself. So I actually want to thank VanHack for having live sessions where I could practice some of my answers and get a feedback. Because it's different when you practice it in front of camera with yourself, and when you practice it with a real person, right?
Yeah, definitely. So you're mentioning the academy. So you joined the academy for the live practice exercises and with the instructors. Oh, that's nice. And how was your experience with that? So you had the live sessions, you attended, you were a frequent attendant, or how was it, your experience with the academy?
I was only for a month in academy because after that I got the job, so I decided I don't need to,
so
to subscribe.
That's awesome.
I actually joined after my first interview was scheduled, so I decided I need more practice. And yeah, I was mainly attending VanHack live sessions, and also I really enjoyed that you have this very good structured plan, what you need to do to improve your profile, how to prepare, etc. So lots of information was also available for free on VanHack page, and I use that, but it's nice to have a plan and like at least with check boxes to have everything ready.
Yeah, perfect. So you had your profile reviews as well with this checklist with all the details of improvement. That's amazing. So so how was your timeline? I mean, when you started looking for this opportunity, so you said you joined the academy, and then 1 month later you already got this job. So how was your timeline as a whole? I was curious.
Okay, so I started to look for work on September or so, and I was looking for Polish jobs as well as Canadian jobs, and I think I applied to some jobs from VanHack, but my profile wasn't really ready. I didn't updated my LinkedIn properly, so I didn't have any responses from Canadian or American companies. Then there was an event, Women in Tech. And yeah, that was my opportunity.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, I was lucky to be picked for this event. And before that, VanHack had sessions to prepare for that. And I attended them. I think I even had a pre-mock interview session after that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Before the interviews, that. And so a lot of practice. Yeah,
absolutely. It was a lot of practice.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I got 3 invitations to interview after that. And actually, a funny detail, Shara, who I met during this Women in Tech event, she's my team manager now. And she also got hired after VanHack's Women in Tech event.
Really? Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Wow, wonderful story. We need to share that. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. And how was the experience with the event? So you said that you had lots of opportunities after that. And how was the event for you? I mean, you had the chance to chat with other companies as well. How was it?
It was surprisingly fun because I expected to be stressed and nervous, but I had this this little speech prepared, and yeah, and I felt really relaxed. And when you have 5 minutes, you don't have lots of things to talk about, so you can just relax and try to know this person, you know.
So you think that this opportunity to chat with your future employees was a great deal for you as well, to have this chance, right, to present yourself, and then they selected you for the interviews. Great.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm not sure they would be interested to interview me if they just saw my resume. And after this chat, I think I had a good opportunity to actually interest someone.
Great. Yeah, absolutely. That's why we love those events, and these provide this opportunity for connections, right? So I'm glad it worked out for you. And So after the event, what sort of steps you had? So because you already had this small opportunity to present yourself, but have you had like the whole interview process after that, or what kind of steps you had for the interview process with this company?
So with two companies, I had full processes, and with one we just decided that we are not fitting into each other, so it was really short. And with the other two, I had technical interview and cultural fit interview, and maybe one more technical interview, something like that. Okay. Yeah. And I joined Academy just before this interview so I can practice.
All right. Yeah, perfect. And then, I mean, just a month later, you got there. That's so good. Yeah.
I'm really surprised because I was preparing myself. It's gonna take half a year or a year. You should be patient. And then, yeah, I think without that event, it may take much more longer. So yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, you got hired, and how was the feeling? I mean, because you said you were surprised. What else you felt when you received the offer?
To be honest, I was just so relieved and tired because it was 2 months of very intense job seeking, and I had like 3-4 interviews a week in Polish companies. Wow. So for 2 months, so I was like really tired. So it's like I told my mom and just went to bed because I just didn't have enough too much emotions to process.
It's a lot. Like so you're talking about emotions. So what kind of emotions do you think that you felt during, I mean, the whole job search process? You know, what kind of ups and downs you had, or that you felt during the process? Because you already said that the one regarding the end of this process, but during the whole process, how was it for you?
Well, there are obviously some up and downs because I got some, how do I say it, refusal from other companies. So yeah, it was a bit sad, but also I had this opportunity to actually train during real interviews, and it was just, second month of looking for a Canadian job. So I was like, it's okay, you're just starting. But
because sometimes it really takes longer than we expect, or not like your case, but normally it's a process that takes long, depending on your skills, depending on your target position and so on, right? There are lots of variables impacting the job search, but I'm glad yours worked out in a easy and fast way, let's say. And so now, do you think that you consider yourself a global tech worker? And how do you think that these open doors for future opportunities, or your aspirations as a professional?
I do consider myself a global tech worker, but I think I will consider myself a bit more of a global tech worker when I actually go to Toronto.
Okay. But working remotely, we are already globally, like you are based in Poland, working for a Canadian company, so it's working already, right?
Yeah.
And do you think that this will help you, like, with your professional growth, or what you're looking for in terms of new opportunities and experiences for the future?
Yeah, for sure. Because as I understood, it's not as simple to get a Canadian job without Canadian experience. So the start is really important step to get more opportunities later.
Yeah, that's true. So before we wrap up, do you have any other tips that you can share with other VanHackers out there looking for a new opportunity, and what things that you can suggest to help them get there,
Okay, so I think my main tip will be research. especially research interviews and difference between interviews in your country and where you're getting an interview. Because, for example, in Poland, lots of attention is in the interview. It's about technical questions, and cultural fit. It's like, well, they're just checking are you a sane person, and they're not really checking so much if you fit for the team. And for example, during Canadian interviews, it was really, really important to prepare your cultural fit answers to
the behavioral questions and things like that. I see.
So they, have real meaning and not just some random phrases from internet. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's really important indeed. And that's one thing that we see some candidates struggling because they focus too much on the technical side and they forget to think about their aspirations, why they're looking for this job, right? Why they want this position or move or to want to relocate to another country or things like that perhaps the recruiters or interviewer might ask. So yeah, great insight. Any other tips or any other ideas aside the research part?
Well, if you want to start your research, I recommend starting with VanHack because it has lots of free materials.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Learning hubs, vanhack.com/learning hub. We have a lot of content, free resources, and so on. And of course, the Academy program for those that need more help with the preparation and want to dive deep into practice and so on that you mentioned before. Yeah, great tip. Thanks for sharing that. So yeah, for us to wrap up today, if you would describe your job hunting, your job search journey in one word, what would that be?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Any
job hunt. Hard but rewarding. Let me put it that way. Not one word, but yeah.
Yeah, rewarding at the end, right? Okay, Maria. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time to share your story. I hope everything runs smoothly with your visa process and so on. And then you can share about your relocation and how things are going in Toronto once you get there. For those out there listening to us, I hope this story helped you and inspired you as well. And thank you again, Maria. We'll see you around.
Thank you for having me. Bye. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye, everyone.